I'm sitting here with Metin at his resort, Casa Verde Cliff Resort, here on Camotes. So you'll also get to see the video about it here on the channel. Now let's just get started. So Metin, who are you? What brought you to Camotes? Why would someone build something like this here? A 5-star resort, so to speak, on a small island where you'd think not much is really going on. How did you end up here? Where are you actually from?
First of all, welcome, Götz, to the resort, Casa Verde Cliff Resort. So, who am I? I'm Metin from the resort, originally from Berlin, which you can probably tell from my accent. I'm a young 58 years old. And yes, why am I here? There are several reasons. For one, my wife is Filipina, so love also brought me here to some extent, but also because she wanted to live in her homeland again. I originally come from the events industry and have worked a lot in professional football, especially in the area of security and organization, both in Berlin and in Osnabrück. And then, as I already mentioned before, I came to the beautiful Philippines in the year 2022, and we successfully completed the project here just about a year ago, the wonderful resort. And why this island? For one, it's the proximity to our home, which is 2 hours from here, and that's how we discovered this island. And the main reason is actually that it hasn't been discovered yet. So our idea was simply to find an untouched piece of land or an untouched island, which doesn't mean there aren't any hotels here. There are already hotels, but it's still not comparable to the big tourist hotspots. And that was the idea behind it, to create an oasis that also offers and showcases a touch of luxury. And yes, I just realized I'm saying a lot in here. But yes, we simply wanted to create an oasis for guests who also want a bit of peace and quiet and don't want to be part of that big tourist environment.
To get absorbed into it. In Boracay, where you do have luxury, but it's crowded and luxurious, that's the resort. I can already confirm that after the first night. We're here for a week now because I told Metin that I want to show him everything, including the island. What can you do on Camotes? Because right now the weather is rather bad. That means swimming in the sea is impossible. So what can you actually do on Camotes? That's also the question. One thing, for example, that I noticed in the north, in Bogo, for instance, you can have a wonderful beach vacation, but with weather like this, you have no alternatives. You might have 2 or 3 small malls, but otherwise there's nothing there. So the question is, what can I actually do on Camotes today with weather like this?
Well, there are 2 options. One, you stay at the resort and let yourself be pampered. We have a beautiful spa area and we also have a paddle court. For those who don't know what paddle is, it's a mix between squash and tennis. It's on the property, and for anyone who has rented with us or has a room here, all options are open to them. We have a nice pool because the temperature stays the same. Yes, it's still warm here in the Philippines. Yes, we have plenty of options so that you can also just relax. There's a jacuzzi built into the cliff. That's one option. The other option in Camotes or on Camotes, since we're on an island, is of course not really comparable to Bohol or other islands because it's simply much smaller. But we have plenty of caves here that you can visit. We have hidden beaches you can visit, and they're still very untouched. So without mass tourism, we have small restaurants that are worth checking out, mostly local places. But that's exactly what I mentioned earlier. We just want to stay a bit more untouched, and we still are. Although the trend here on Camotes is also on the rise. So at some point it will develop further and get bigger, especially when it comes to tourism. There are small things you can do here. Our recommendation, 3 or 4 days on Camotes are enough to look around a bit, and then you can spend the rest of your time elsewhere. And in the evenings, you should definitely spend your time here at the resort, where you'll be thoroughly pampered.
And the advantage is you have German cuisine in your restaurant. Yesterday I had currywurst and potatoes. The potato salad was also very tasty. And I'm also going to visit another German who has a small restaurant here. And you mentioned there's also Frankie. We want to check him out too. So you could say that besides you, there's probably another German here who also offers German cuisine. So you're not alone here. And there's currywurst here too, just like in Berlin, I hope.
He actually has, well, in Berlin we call them Buletten I think there are different terms like fricadelle or boulette. Yes, Frankie with his resort Hidden Huts and Dani, his wife. A very charming couple, a very beautiful little resort. They're in a different league, but very, very charming resort. Also not far from the beach. I can highly recommend it too. And he will be visiting them as well
in the next few days. Simple resorts with window-type air conditioning, cramped little rooms where karaoke is playing next door. If that's not what you're looking for, I can say that here it's really quiet and relaxing, and the staff are great, really friendly. That's why I can say this place is truly wonderful for relaxing. And if you hadn't sent me the invitation, I never would have thought to look for something like this here.
So the idea is also, as we mentioned earlier, that we want to set ourselves apart in terms of quality. You don't find anything like this on Camotes. Of course, we're a bit more expensive than the rest of the island, but we also want to offer something accordingly. We want to provide a slightly more luxurious option for those coming to Camotes.
Okay, and you mentioned that you spent many years working in the event industry. I see you're heavily tattooed. What's the story behind all your tattoos? Because I also come from the electronic music scene and everyone there is tattooed too. And I have nothing against tattoos. They're some of the nicest people you could ever meet. But of course, people notice it, especially when they're older. And some of my viewers are older as well. And then there are prejudices. So let's just take a moment to talk a bit about your tattoo history. How did you get into it?
Oh, I started very early, and to some extent I saw it as a hobby. And that's pretty much the main reason. Back in my youth, I hung out a lot with guys who were already tattooed, many of whom came from the motorcycle and biker scene. And then you got into it and it just stayed with you throughout your life. There's a lot of history in it over time and a lot of symbolism. Of course, for example, what I don't do or my philosophy when it comes to tattooing is not to write names or texts. Everything is expressed in images. I'm kind of a fan myself, also of Japanese art, so color, flowers, dragons, and so on. But at the end of the day, it's a hobby that I've pursued all my life. But it's coming to an end simply because I soon won't have any skin left to use. There's still a little bit left, but I'm leaving that so I can see what I used to look like. And yes, so it's really more of a hobby. I also know a lot of people, or actually two good friends who are tattoo artists. And then it also worked out reasonably well financially. But yeah, I like it. I stand by it too. And even if in another 20 years my skin might look a bit different, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, but especially, like I said, the people who, when we were much younger, were an integral part of certain vibrant scenes. We are definitely getting considerably older now. And that's exactly the clientele who are now looking for alternatives to living in Germany. And then you can say, if you already know some like-minded people, through videos, through interviews, it's also easier to make some initial contacts and get information. And that's why I do my informational work on YouTube.
So if you're looking for a good tattoo artist, just let me know.
Exactly, we will.
There are definitely some very good artists in the Philippines.
And because we also want to show you a bit more of the resort, we're now going to head down to the beach, closer to a small separate cottage. And of course, in the coming days, we'll show you the entire resort inside and out, as well as a special video. So make sure to check it out so you can get an impression. See you soon.
I am really looking forward to it.
Okay, now we're sitting here in one of the small huts closer to the lake. And in the background, you can even see a bit of the harbor, Consuela. So the question is, what kind of service do you or your team offer to customers who want to come here? Because you have to arrive by ferry from the airport in Magdalen over to Danau. So basically, what is included in your offer?
Well, if desired, I have to say we offer everything. If you want to book a flight through us from Germany, I can arrange that. We can pick you up from the airport. We can book the ferry ticket for you. In the long term, we even plan to bring guests from Cebu Island to Camotes directly to our resort with our own boat. That would even be right to the doorstep. Of course, that's a medium to long-term project. Although long-term might mean a year, That would already be our goal, just to make the overall package really coherent. So as I previously mentioned, we truly aspire to be a bit more upscale and refined. Some people call it luxurious, but for us it would definitely be an all-inclusive package that we would be happy to offer.
That means if someone lands at the airport in Magdalene, most guests usually arrive in the evening. So how does a transfer to your place work then?
Well, if you currently arrive in Magdalene in the evening, we always recommend spending a night in Cebu. Because if you're coming from Germany or Europe, you've probably already been traveling for quite a while. 24, 26 hours on the road. Tired. So I wouldn't want to expect anyone to then make the trip from Cebu to Danao, because that's a 2-hour drive. If you hit the wrong traffic, it can even take 3 hours, even though it is only 30 kilometers. So our recommendation would always be to stay in a hotel. We recommend a hotel there as well, without naming any specific names. It's a bay hotel and it's relatively close to the airport. That's where we would pick you up. We usually drive with our Toyota Fortuner, which is also a very comfortable ride, all the way to the port. We drive the car directly onto the ferry and bring you right to the door, to your room. But even if you want to come on your own, we will definitely pick you up from the port. Here in Consuelo, we have our own shuttle, which will be waiting at the port, clearly visible because our shuttle is branded accordingly, so you can always find it. The port is also very straightforward. Everything is relatively small, so we always find you.
We arrived using Google Maps, and on the map in Google Maps it looks pretty straightforward, but in reality the small road is a bit different than you might expect. Main road and then turn left. One positive aspect is that there are signs everywhere showing where you need to turn, unlike at other resorts. So in that regard, I think that little extra service, having the shuttle waiting there to pick us up, was really good. And I also filmed it with the 360 camera, and I think editing it will be fun too. Okay, and the next problem doesn't happen that often, but right now we have it. We have a wind warning, which means that ferry service has been suspended. Metin was actually supposed to go back to Cebu today, but he can't. What do you do in a case like this when a customer is supposed to return today but can't?
We've had this situation before. So we've been open for a year now, and we're basically in our first year cycle, so we can see what really happens throughout the whole year. We had this last year. We then offer the guest a relatively high discount to stay with us a bit longer.
In addition to the affordable day here, maybe wait a day, then take the next ferry. But the customer can also use your services, like a computer, for example, to get in touch with the airline and rebook their flight and things like that, because it's not so convenient on a phone.
Absolutely, 100%. We can do that in our reception area. And the girls who basically handle everything for us will definitely help you with that. Plus, since it can pile up when the ferry doesn't run for a day, but we can definitely help you out there and even get you tickets for the return trip right at the port, so to speak. As many people know, half of life in the Philippines is about relationships. And if you have those, it makes things here so much easier. And since we've now been here for a year, we already know a few staff members who at least try to help us out so that the return trip goes smoothly. You
are not alone. Otherwise, Camotes is beautiful. Just build yourself a house here and tell your boss in Germany it was nice working with you.